What is old school RuneScape really? Is it a second screen game on in the background while you're working? While you're watching this YouTube video? Is it a beast of a PVM game meant for you to make mills or bills while making your way through tough and very technical content? Or maybe for you, it's all about the tick-by-tick intense PvP. You can set any kind of goal for yourself that includes numbers going up, and what's going to drive you to those goals is your own ambition to get there. It's like what Jimmy said, RuneScape isn't a game you're meant to experience, it's a game meant to experience you. Now, with all that in mind, I'm moving forward with one big goal, completing the game, both collection log and combat achievements. And so was born the Xtreme Tasker game mode, and with it, a pretty awesome new RuneLite plugin that's coming out this year. But all that said, you're probably thinking, what is Xtreme Tasking? This new game mode is a task-based way to play the game that drives you to get every combat achievement and every collection log item within reason. It's a direct offshoot to the game mode put together by Tedious, which is just called tasking, kind of. They're called taskers at least, that's for sure. Similar to how there's a one-chunk game mode, there's a variant of it called Xtreme One Chunk, which I'm sure most of you are aware of by now. So, what makes an Xtreme Tasker an Xtreme Tasker? Well, to find that out, first we need to know exactly how tasking works. The gist of it is this: roll task, get good, do task, get collection log item. There are a few extra steps to it sometimes, but generally that's the game mode. And personally, I loved this idea, and I still do, actually. It's a fun way to play, and also pretty fun to watch. Tedious, of course, did it. Nooblet is doing it now, and a buddy of mine named Sugscape, go check him out, is killing it too. There's a whole community behind it, with their own Discord server and everything. I'll make sure that's in the description of the video for you to check out if you're curious. Now, I definitely enjoyed playing the game this way, but there was just a little bit missing for me: the combat achievements. Rather than finishing a full tier of tasking and then coming back to them if I have the requirements, as regular taskers can do, combat achievements are all included from the get-go and must be done when rolled. Some of these achievements include bosses with pretty high stats, as you can imagine, and when these combat achievements are rolled, an Xtreme Tasker is allowed to train up to the wiki's suggested stats for that boss through Slayer. All other regular tasker rules are to be followed as per the tasker's frequently asked questions, which are down in the description of the video. It's a long page for sure, but most of it are just answers to questions asked by the hundreds of taskers that have participated in the game mode. It's actually pretty awesome. Full transparency, I did have a series that started off well enough that attempted the game mode, but in the end, I realized that I just made it too complicated. So as a quick announcement, I'm rebooting the series with this simplified rule set that's not only going to feel better to pilot and play, but also it's going to be much more fun to watch and easier to follow along. So now that we've covered the game mode, let's dive into the plugin itself. Welcome one, welcome all. We are coming to you live from on top of the Grand Tree in the Gnome Stronghold. We are going to go ahead and showcase the Xtreme Tasker plugin, which I'm especially excited about. Thank you so much to my beautiful wife for putting this together, and I can't wait to start playing it. But for now, we're going to show you this on my main account, Am Trollin'. This is not the Xtreme Tasker. And we're going to do it for the simple reason that we want this to be well fleshed out and put together before I really start the series. But all that said, let's move on to the actual plugin. This is what we're going to call Phase 1. So as you can see, there is a little icon right here. This XT stands for Xtreme Tasker. It's going to be in between the world map, the wiki, and then your inventory spot. For now, it's only available, well, it's technically available in the fixed layout. But when you click on it, this is what's going to happen. Oof. Yeah, kind of overshadows it. Not ideal. We'll fix that in a future phase. But for now, we're just going to stick to the resizable and kind of get all of the nitty gritty fleshed out before we really start messing with the UI, making things really pretty. Okay, well, hey, all that said, why don't we go ahead and open this sucker up? So you click on it and this is what's going to pop up. Boom. The first time you click on this or open it up, you're actually going to get no task at all. And that makes sense because you're not rolling any tasks. Why would there be one? And as I mentioned, there are 5 tiers to all of the tasks that are going to be involved, whether it's a collection log or a combat achievement. Here, we actually have a combat achievement. For the purpose of this example, we're going to be in the hard tier. I haven't actually gone through the full easy and medium tier yet. That's what the series is going to be for. But for this example, we are in the hard tier. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. Before we get to what's all here on the current task tab, we're actually going to go to tasks itself. And whoa, I know, it looks like there's a lot. I get it. But I mean, if we break it down step by step, it's going to be pretty simple. So you got 100% in the easy tier for this account because, quote unquote, I finished it all. And we have the medium tier, the hard tier, the elite, and the master tier. Now, down here, we have a search function. So, for example, let's say you are not sure what kind of uniques you need to get from, I don't know, Abyssal Sire, or what kind of combat achievements. All you got to do is put them on in here. Abyssal Sire. Now, you might be like, oh, okay, wow, so that's everything in the hard tier for the Abyssal Sire. And that makes sense. But we come up here to filters. This tier, which is the hard tier that I'm in right now, that's what's listed down here. But if we swap it over to all tiers, now we're going to start seeing Master, Elite, and the hard tier. And because it's the Abyssal Sire boss, it makes sense that there's only these tiers, right? If you want to know whether or not it's a collection log or a combat achievement, all you got to do is click on it. Boom. We get this popping up. This is a combat achievement, as you can see here. This is in the elite tier, and this is what it is, as well as whatever prerequisites might come with it. And here we have a nice little button that'll take you straight to the wiki page for this combat achievement. If it's a collection log, this wiki page is going to take you to the actual drop table for the Abyssal Sire, just so you can kind of get a feel of things. Okay, now let's get rid of the Abyssal Sire and we'll go back to the filters. We got combat achievements. We have collection logs, which is great. You got all the diaries here, etc., etc. Now, I'm seeing everything here is what's already completed. Why don't we go ahead and change that? Hit the incomplete up here, and this is everything that's left in the hard tier as far as collection logs go, or combat achievements. A lot of combat achievements to go on this tier. Now, this whole filter page, it works exactly as it's presented, right? This sort down here, this allows you to do either incomplete first or complete first, just whatever you decide to do. If you have all tiers highlighted, so we have master up here, etc., you can go ahead and do, say, easy tier first. Now, it's only showing the incomplete tasks, so that's why it's not showing easy. But if we go ahead and reset the sorts, and then we do easy tier first, you're going to find all of the completed tasks, if that's really what you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset everything. Go back to the tier, have all the sorts off, etc., and we're going to jump back to the current task tab. So this is what it looks like. Right now, we're on this combat achievement, which is Why Cook, which is in the Temporos series of tasks. Now, again, we have a link that takes you straight to the wiki page for Temporos, which is great. Temporos, however you want to say it. And we have a few other features here too. So, of course, you can mark whatever you have complete the current task, and this is what it'll look like. And boom, go ahead and roll the task. And this is going to be our newest task. Now, let's jump back to the task tab just for a split second. Let's go back into the easy tier. We're going to sort easy tier first. And I don't know, let's say that something comes into the game that is in the easy tier once everything is updated that you haven't completely done before. Similar to what a tasker might do, you'll have these new incomplete tasks in the easy tier. And boom, we're at 99%, just like that. Oh, shucks. Well, the next time you complete your task, whatever the current one is, this one being in the hard tier, mark complete, roll task, and boom, you got yourself another easy tier task. Okay, let's go ahead and mark the easy tier ones complete again. And we'll jump back into the current task tab. So since we marked it complete in the task tab over here, you can now see that this is completed already. It just automatically updates it for you. So you can kind of do either one. For me, this is going to be the preferred method, just clicking complete over here. And boom, we'll go ahead and roll another task, and we're back in the hard tier, as you might have thought. Now, in future updates, we are also going to have two features just underneath this. Here, you'll find a skip box, and here, you'll find a reroll box, and they do exactly as you might think. You can either skip a task if you don't want to do it right now, or you can re-roll the task completely if you also don't want to do it right now. They're pretty similar, but you get to pick and choose what you want. And those will not be available by default. All you have to do is go into the RuneLite plugin configuration, and there will be two checkmark boxes. You just click them on, and boom, boom, there they are for you. Okay, and now why don't we just go ahead and jump over to the last bit of the feature for this, the help tab. So this will have the twists of a rule set for the combat achievement / Xtreme taskers. And of course, this will be a link that takes you straight to the legitimate tasker frequently asked questions page, which is something that I refer to all the time when I'm tasking. And then down here, we will have a reload tasks list. So if you put your eyes on here in the chat box, boom, it will load all tasks into the plugin. So where this might come in handy is if there's an update, you'll hit this and then it will take every task into your plugin. You can also choose to prevent new updates and new tasks from coming in. So if you like to keep that 100% easy tier and a new update has introduced some easy tier tasks, you can keep that for as long as you want, right up until you hit the reload task list. Now, over here will also be an in-game sync. So what do I mean by that? So you can see on this account, I only have 163 collections logged and then only have 72 combat tasks completed. Well, in a future update, we'll just head over to the help screen, and all you got to do is hit sync, and it'll show up with all of the percentages in every tier and mark everything completed that you have completed. Now, this will be in a future update, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show it to you right now. All that said, that's really going to come in handy when you don't want to necessarily do a completely fresh account. If you want to just do this with a main, that's fine. Ideally, you do it with an Iron Man as per the TaskerFAQ. But for that same reason, we're also going to have the skip and the reroll functions. The reason why they won't be there by default is because this is an Xtreme tasker plugin. But for those that want to be a little bit more on the casual side, that will be an option for you. And then same thing for syncing the in-game progress. You can do it on any account that you want. And that just about does it for now. So thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any compliments, any suggestions, any insults, go ahead and leave them down in the comments, please. Thank you.